Want to be more productive? Want to, at the end of the day, be able to relax and feel like you got accomplished for the day and you're working on your goals? Maybe you're on the other side and you're not working on your goals. You feel like you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off all day and it's just chaos. Well, I was there and now I've gotten to the other side. And I say, truly, once you learn how to be effective and productive with your time, it is truly life changing. I'm going to start out with my North Star or my basics of being productive. And really, it's the keep it simple, stupid method, or KISS. Super basic, super easy. It's really easy to get caught up in YouTube or self-help books about the perfect scheme or process to be productive. And sometimes I look at these on other creators' sites and I'm like, oh, that's the perfect one. And then I try it out and I feel like an absolute failure because I suck at it, I don't like it, and it doesn't fit my brain. Well, what I realized is I was trying to take this overly complex system that worked for somebody that maybe is a little bit more left brain, and I'm a little bit more right brain, a little bit more creative, a little loose on the details. So I need something very basic, very simple. I also don't need to be caught up in the tool. Sometimes I'm trying to pick, is it the perfect tool that's gonna make me more productive? No, it's not the tool that's gonna be making more productive. So I'm happy you're with me today. I'm HR Wyatt, and we are going to jump into how to be more productive and my top 5 methods of doing that. And guess what? I have a really cool one at number 4, how I'm utilizing ChatGPT to be kind of my productivity coach and advisor through my productivity journey. So really cool things coming up. Let's jump in. So we're gonna go back to the basics here. And I know my guiding principles were keep it simple, stupid. Well, now we're going old school and we're going 3x5 cards. We're going to the simple pen and paper to-do list. That's my tip number 1. And this is my rock solid. This is like probably the best thing I do. And I started this habit when I was a retail sales manager. And if you haven't seen my About Me video, go check it out because you'll see the whole history of my career, ups and downs, and what led me to where I'm at right now. So, 10 years ago when I was working retail management, you couldn't take your cell phone out on the floor, but you could have a 3x5 card. So I would fill out a 3x5 card. I'd put my little to-do list of the things I needed to clean, people I needed to talk to, meetings I needed to have, and then I could carry that around with me all day and check things off. Well, I still do that today. You can see here's literally my card from today. It's the weekend, and I have my gym workout. I have recorded this video. I got to take care of some administrative stuff. And then I also put, crush it at the bottom. I put a little statement or a little intention for the day at the bottom. And what is very, very powerful about this is it goes everywhere with me. It goes in my pocket, it goes on my desk, it goes in my car, it goes to the gym, and then I can look at this. And I've seeded this in to other habits and kind of habit stack this and into other triggers. So this resembles the same size as my phone, which is actually really cool because what I do is since I'm carrying this around with me when I'm bored or I'm in the doctor's office or I'm waiting or whatever, when I think about pulling out my phone and scrolling through stuff that's just worthless, I pull out my 3x5 card instead and I look at my to-do list. And lo and behold, that triggers me to get back to work and head in the direction to work on the stuff I want to do. So pen and paper, old school, to-do list, write down your top, say 3 items for the day. I don't write down everything because I've put on here like 12 items sometimes and I don't get to them. So I put my 3 or 4 or 5 critical things I have to get done for the day. And my goal for that day is I'm gonna get all of those knocked out. It doesn't matter if I all of a sudden have big demands at work, if I have a whole bunch of meetings, my whole day gets shifted. Those are the things, rain or shine, I'm gonna get done today. And that simple, thought pattern and goal to myself and intention to myself helps me achieve that and being able to see it over and over again throughout the day. Also, one other powerful thing off this is it gets me away from my phone. A lot of people want to look at the latest app, as I talked about earlier, or the tool or whatever it is. You want to know what? If you're anything like me, your phone and your web browser are a black hole of unproductivity. I mean, it's the worst waste. You will open them up You never know where you're gonna land. I dare you to do it. Go look in your phone and you will not know where you'll be at in 30 minutes. Like, are you gonna be on your phone for 5 minutes, 30 minutes? You don't know. You just start scrolling and time passes by. So the more and more you can get you off of those devices and into something super basic, I think this is $3 at Walmart and Target. Go get a pack of 3x5 cards. Trust me, it'll help you out. All right, next up, we have weekly planning and weekly reflection. So you have to keep score and you have to keep a plan for your long term. What I like to do is I pick Saturdays, because I tried for the longest time on Sunday. Everybody's like, oh, 5 o'clock on Sunday, I plan my week ahead. I do not want to do that on Sunday. It's chaos around my house Sunday night. I just want to chill and relax and just mentally prepare for Monday. So Saturday, I'm optimistic, I have energy. Saturday mornings are when I plan my week ahead. What I do is I look at my big meetings or projects or deliverables at work. Then I look at the personal things that I want to get done outside of work, like maybe shoot a video, script something, post something, whatever it is. And then I look at, maybe I have some life goals like fitness or money. And I look at those and I map them out for the next week of really what I want to do. Because when that chaos of the week happens and you get, in the grind of a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it is, things start happening and you lose track of those goals. So what you want to do is, when you have that clear vision, that strategic sight on like a Saturday, you plan ahead. And then on Monday, you can go on autopilot, you can go to your to-do list and just start checking things off and trust your process that you've seeded in those higher level things. So you got to go to the gym, you got to make sure that you pay your credit card, you got to take care of a PowerPoint. You have that all taken care of so you don't have to think about it through the week. Really helps. And then at the end of the week, what I do on Saturdays as well is I score my week. I like to keep track, like how many of my to-do lists did I get done? How many things didn't get done? Where am I getting stuck at? Maybe there's a certain type of task like, cleaning up my email, or this project that really doesn't have a due date, but it'd be nice to have. Maybe I'm struggling with that. So then I refocus and I put that at the top of my next week. And I build my week around the eat the frog mentality. And I take that a little bit step further as I try to get some of my big tasks done on Monday, because I can control Monday. Most likely I can control Monday. When it comes to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes later in the week, things come up and my whole schedule gets thrown out and I'm scrambling. So if I'm trying to get something done that's creative or whatever it is, I try and schedule some things in on Monday, because then no matter what happens throughout the week, I'm gonna get it done. At the end of the week, I like to track and keep score of what I've done. You'll notice that all of my habits or my tactics stack together to build like the ultimate plan. What this allows you to do is I would implement them slowly over time. So don't try and do these all tomorrow. I just take the first one. If you're not keeping track of like a to-do list, just do a basic to-do list on 3x5 cards. Do that. Then a week or two later, once you get that down, then move into the weekly planning and weekly reflection. Really powerful. Now we can add in there a couple weeks later, once you have those two habits down, we're working journaling. And I am not a journaler, I will tell you this. Like, I would watch YouTube videos on being productive, read books on it, and I would listen to all the crazy rituals. When it came to journaling, I'm like, I don't do that one. So it was the first one I would say I'm not gonna do. And I would be like, okay, cool, no harm. And for some reason, about 2 months ago, I picked it up and I'm like, I'll just try and do this. It was off like a TikTok video and it was interesting. It was just based off this one quote that this gal was saying, that if you journal daily, you'll start noticing your habits and what's leading to your issues, and you'll really get tired of dealing with yourself. So if every day you're like, I'm unproductive, or I just keep spinning my wheels, or I keep putting this off, you get sick and tired of writing that every single day. And that's what kind of motivated me into journaling, because I was kind of looking and going, okay, I'm living Groundhog's Day. I'm kind of, every day is kind of the same. I'm at the same point. I have the same feeling as I want to get more done. And what was behind that? So I started journaling and I've been pretty good about it. I either journal in the morning or at the night, and I have different kind of thought patterns with that. At nighttime, I kind of digest what I did right for the day, what kind of went good, what went bad, did I achieve stuff? Then if I journal in the morning, I really set my intention and my vision for the day. I also do my to-do list and really kind of plan out what I want to achieve at the end of the day. What do I want to measure success against? So I would recommend journal. And it's just oddly introspective that you get to kind of like look at yourself and see how things are going. You guys are thinking I'm crazy because now I'm going to say my next habit is embracing technology. And I know in all the previous ones I've talked about how get away from technology. It's going to make you less productive. However, there's certain times if you use it very targeted and you wield the power or the force correctly, it'll really benefit you. So what I do to level up or 10x my daily journaling is I take my weekly planning, my weekly reflection, my daily journaling, and I upload it all into ChatGPT with this pretty lengthy prompt that I have. And I'm able to upload all of that in. And what I do with my daily journaling is I will read back what I wrote into a app for doing speech to text. So I'll just kind of read off what I wrote. It'll transcribe it, and then I have something that I can upload into ChatGPT. After I upload all of this, I go through my prompts, and it'll act as my self-development productivity coach and really tell me the themes that I keep struggling with or congratulate me on what I'm doing right. So it's a very powerful tool. Instead of having to hire somebody to do this, you can leverage ChatGPT. And I'm actually going to be recording a video on this, and you'll see this coming out next month, of how specifically to do this. And I'll give you prompts and everything. So with the theme of embracing technology, I have found some success with a couple apps. Now, the number one thing I'm going to recommend is, pen and paper. But if you do want an app or you do want something maybe that's more complex, I've found success with ClickUp for managing my video production process, longer projects at work. I've also found success in TickTick, which has a great, very basic to-do list, and that one is very powerful. I have no affiliate with any of these, no sponsorship or anything. So those are just two that I've used. Also, one app that I really, really love. I love the UI, I love the experience, and I love really there's a lot of cool emails that get triggered off and thoughts that go around it. It's an app called Sunsama, and it's a time blocking app. And I've just not been good at time blocking. And maybe it's because it's on my computer or my phone. Because what I do is I go in the morning, I set up my time blocks, I got a perfectly day lined out, and then I close it and I go off into other stuff and I totally forget about it. So having something with me and having something physical with me has been much better. I know Cal Newport, he has a time block planner that is a physical planner that you carry around all day long with you. And maybe I could benefit from something like that opposed to using an app. But Sunsama, I have to give it an honorable mention on my list because I wanted to love that. So embrace technology. If you really, really want to, or you have something more complex, definitely use it. Otherwise, keep it basic as possible. Next up, this one's super easy to do, and it's just setting yourself up for success. So if you're gonna go on a diet at the beginning of the year, or you're gonna go, hey, I'm gonna go run every morning, or whatever your goals are, what are you gonna do? If you're gonna run every day, everything you'll see on it says, put your gym clothes out, put your running shoes right next to your bed. So you just get up and you go. You wanna lose weight, clean your house, get rid of all the snacks in your house, because you don't wanna walk by a pile of sweet treats every day while you're trying to lose weight. Same thing goes with productivity. You gotta limit the distractions. You gotta build your office environment to where you reduce distractions. So if you're on a computer all day, I recommend using Opal. It's an app that you can use on your phone and on your web browser that blocks certain websites that you decide that you don't wanna go waste on a time on. Maybe on YouTube or TikTok on your phone or whatever it is, you're wasting time, so you can set allowable windows when you use that. It's kind of hard at the beginning because you're like, oh, I'm used to just pulling out my phone and just, digging into Instagram for a half hour or something when I'm bored. Now you open it up and it shows you the screen and it says, hey, spend your time doing something better, doing something else, whatever it says. This is a great tool because it just reminds you to get back to what you were doing or what you should be doing. Next up is then just minimize the clutter in your workspace. Like get rid of, if you have a bunch of papers, you have just kind of a chaotic place, get rid of it. I also am a big fan of putting on I have some Bose noise canceling headphones. I put that on and put some binaural beats in the background. You go on YouTube, it's all free. Search up some binaural beats for like focus or relaxation. And it's just some white noise kind of in the background I put. And for some reason that kind of quiets my brain and it allows me just to focus on what I'm doing. So if I have like a multi-page paper I'm trying to write, a script that just won't write itself, I'll utilize my headphones to help distract myself and quiet down that little voice that I have that wants to be unproductive. So look in your life, look for your triggers. So next time that you are finding yourself wasting time, look at where you started, look at where it initiated from, and that you really need to change. So if it's a phone laying out on your desk, get rid of it, just hide it, put it in another room, whatever it is. Limit the distractions and the opportunities for you to become distracted. So here's the deal. All of these tips and hacks are great. They're gonna change your life. You can watch all the productivity videos that you can, and they're definitely going to change, and you're gonna get more accomplished, and you're gonna feel more free at the end of the day and more successful in life. However, here's the thing. They require self-discipline, commitment, and just focus. So commit to this. Commit to one of these items and do it long-term. And you're gonna figure out there's things that work for you and don't work for you. Maybe, like I said, the apps don't work for you and you need just a 3x5 card. Do that. Set a goal to yourself. I'm gonna do this for 90 days. I'm gonna do a 3x5 card for 90 days, write down my top 3 to 5 things, and I'm gonna do that. Stick with that. It's gonna get, after about a week or two, the newness wears off and you get into kind of the grind. Just power through it. Utilize your weekly goals and your weekly planning session and reflection to get yourself back on track and motivated. And then your daily journaling to kind of call yourself on the carpet when you're screwing around and you're not doing what you should be doing. But you have to have self-discipline and utilize that for this success to really change your habits and become more productive. So thank you. Now I'm gonna put up a couple of videos on the screen that I think are really going to benefit you. So take a look, like the video if you made it all the way to this point, and subscribe to HR Wyatt because I would really appreciate seeing you in the next video.